up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be reacting to an article that I saw, and that is that Hunter Bryant is the most likely undrafted free agent to make the Detroit Lions 55-man roster. Let's get it started. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, as I mentioned, we're talking about Hunter Bryant. But before we do that, I gotta let you guys know that Fan2Fan Network is officially live. Yes, the link is in the description, the top link to the website, fan2fannetwork.com. Big things are coming, man. We have tons of influencers, the biggest thing I've ever been a part of, and I'm telling you, this thing is going to be awesome. So you're gonna wanna be a part of it, man. Go check it out. And especially once the Twitch starts happening, once the Twitch goes live, we start doing all these collabs. You guys saw a little bit of a sneak peek with the NFC North. Once the Twitch collabs start happening, it is gonna be absolutely amazing. So definitely stay locked. The link is in the top description, or you can just go look it up. Now let's talk a little bit about Hunter Bryant. So this article came out saying that Hunter Bryant is the most likely undrafted free agent to make the Lions roster. So before we get into talking about Hunter Bryant, personally, I want to talk about some of the other undrafted free agents that we brought in to compare to make our best guess on who will be the most likely to make the Detroit Lions roster. Now comment below who you think it will be, but let's go through the players first. First off, we have Jalen Elliott, the safety out of Notre Dame. Now I was watching him a little bit today as I was watching Trevor Lawrence. So a little bit of sneak peek, Trevor Lawrence video could be coming soon. But anyways, I was watching Jalen Elliott a little bit today. Safety out of Notre Dame, solid player for sure. He'll compete, pretty deep safety group, so it could be tough, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. A lot of young guys. Then we have Hunter Bryant, obviously, that's who we're going to be talking about today. Aaron Sipas, the punter from Auburn. Now, Aaron Sipas is not your normal punter, right? This guy wasn't always playing American football, and what he was doing before, it required him to be a very, very accurate kicker. So I could definitely see him being our next punter with Sam Martin no longer here. The question is, though, Aaron Sipas, man, I really don't know what that sport was he played. What was that called? Was that Europe football? I can't remember what it was called. It was called something. I can't remember what he used to play. Then we have Jeremiah Dinson, corner slash safety, slot corner slash safety out of Auburn as well. Bobby Price, one of the most interesting players. A lot of people want to see if Bobby Price can make the team because he's kind of like that Isaiah Simmons mold, right? A big safety, kind of a small school, so a lot of people didn't hear about him, but a big safety. I've done videos on all these guys, so if you guys want to see a breakdown on any of these guys specifically, then I got a video for you guys for sure. Luke Sellers, a fullback. That's an interesting one with Nick Bawden, we'll see. And then Steven Wertel, the long snapper, but with Dom Mulebach, really don't see a spot for him. So, okay, let's talk about Hunter Bryant first before we get to the guy that I actually think it will be, okay? Hunter Bryant is a 6'2", 239-pound tight end. That is not your prototypical tight end. We know this, right? He's not the tight end that you usually think of. You think of a tight end, you're not thinking of a guy like Hunter Bryant. See, Hunter Bryant's almost a receiver. He's basically a receiver listed as a tight end. I mean, he's super athletic, one of the most athletic tight ends, but unfortunately, because of him not being like every other tight end and some injury concerns, he ended up falling out of the draft. Now, many people believe that this is the best undrafted free agent. This was the best player that wasn't selected, and the Detroit Lions were able to basically steal him as an undrafted free agent. Just to make it clear what an undrafted free agent is, it's a player that entered the draft that was not selected, so he's an undrafted free agent, and then your team signed him. So he was looked at as possibly the best undrafted free agent available, and the Lions scooped him up. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see if he can make the team for the Lions, because in 2019, the Lions only kept 3 tight ends on their final 53-man roster, and if you look at the Lions tight end group right now with T. Jackson, Jesse James, Isaac Nauta, Matt Sokol, and Hunter Bryant, I don't know if we necessarily see a spot for him. See, if the Lions decide to keep 3 tight ends again, I would say T. Jackson and Jesse James are definitely going to make the team. It really comes down to him versus Isaac Nauta. And I've been telling you guys, don't sleep on Isaac Nauta, because like Hunter Bryant, he can play receiver as well. He has those abilities to bounce out like a receiver, to catch the ball like a receiver. He has that athletic ability just like Hunter Bryant. And that's why I tell you guys, don't sleep on him, the former Georgia Bulldog. I also did a video on him as well. So it'll really come down to those 2 guys. Now, where could he make his money? Well, right here. If the Detroit Lions decide to, move on from Nick Bawden and instead use a guy like Isaac Nauta as their fullback when they run fullback sets, then all of a sudden Hunter Bryant has a pretty good opening, if you ask me. Now, I think another X factor in this is Jamal Agnew, because if he does make the team, he would be an offensive player, and that could take some time away from him as well. Yes, there are 55 players allowed on the roster this year, but it's still not a ton. So we'll have to wait and see how it'll work out. But yeah, man, it's going to be tough. I really do think it comes down between him and Isaac Nauta, and I feel like Isaac Nauta is going to ball out. So I don't know if he's going to win that tight end position. I don't know if he's going to win as a tight end unless the Lions decide to try to move a guy like Isaac Nauta to fullback, which ultimately would probably push away a role from Nick Bawden. But if they try to do that, which they've done before, then all of a sudden Hunter Bryant may have a role. And now I'm really curious to see how the Lions would use him, Daryl Bevell would use him, because he's talented. He's just not what you see always at the tight end spot. So it would be really nice to see him. I hope we get to see him. But as you guys know, unfortunately, we can't keep everybody. And if there's no preseason, we may not get to see him at all, which would be sad. Now, which player do I think is most likely to make the team as an undrafted free agent for the Lions? My guess is Aaron Siposs. Yes, the punter out of Auburn. Now, like I said, he has a crazy story. I actually have a video on Aaron Siposs if you want to check it out. But the reason I'm going with Aaron Siposs here is because, as I mentioned, there is no Sam Martin. Sam Martin went to Denver, signed a deal there. Now, we do have Jack Fox, who is going to be competing with Aaron Siposs, but the accuracy that Aaron Siposs can kick with and a consistency is the reason I feel like he could be our starting punter. And if that is the case, then obviously he's on the team. So maybe both of them make it. But if there is one undrafted free agent that I believe will make the team, I'm going with Aaron Siposs. I mean, I'd love to see everybody make the team, all of these guys, but we know that can't happen. So for me, I'm going to go with Aaron Siposs, a close number 2 with Hunter Bryant, depending on what they do with Isaac Nauta. But that could be one of the battles to watch this training camp. That could be one of the most exciting battles that we will definitely keep up to date. So comment below, which undrafted free agent do you think is the most likely to make the Lions roster? Thank you, Prime, for watching, and I'm out.